There we go, mic's working. Yay! As I was saying before I found out my mic was working, so it took me so long, I had to do some business. Yeah. So we're starting now. Okay, let's actually. Okay, so Honkai Star Rail 2.3. End of Penacony, maybe, I believe. probably, seems like it. Hopefully it's better than what it has been. It's kind of not been, not necessarily been bad, but it's not exactly been all that great either. I might make a video talking about my thoughts on it after this. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, up until not exactly been the best experience. I mean, I've had it particularly not the best experience in general to begin with due to certain problems. So there's that. Yeah, so hopefully this will be a lot. Hopefully this will be better, a more enjoyable experience. So if we move on to here, I was lucky enough to get Firefly, and we're in the May as well. I managed to get them in like 50 wishes, like together. Let's see, 10. 1, 10, 20. There I got a Himiko. 40. Yeah, so like 75 wishes. I got 3 5-stars. Bit more than I thought, but yeah. I also got Firefly's light cone. Okay, I cannot find him. Yeah, got a light cone. I could have given her the free one you get, but it's currently on Jinglu and I can't be bothered switching out those stuff. So yeah, she has it. There you go, like an anyway, so it doesn't matter. Based on how things are gonna go, I'm gonna guess that this is gonna be a very Firefly, pro Firefly type situation. Something's gonna set this up real quick. I have to use you, even though I still don't like that. Why is everyone face like that and then you are like that? It annoys me. It annoys me so much. And you have to play because you're good with Firefly. And then we got Runa May.
It's you again. As always, there's a reward for good behavior.
Gotta go.
Show me some of that trailblazing strength again.
Okay. Do the side quest. Loading.
Let me stay here a little longer in this body. Wake up! Wake up!
And
Hey! Wake up! The sun's frying your butt! Are you okay? Can you hear me? I didn't hear a peep from your room, and it really freaked me out.
I need to turn up the volume. I might have turned it down at one point. I'm making a big fuss.
I was seriously worried when you didn't respond. Thank goodness. The Order's dream is over. Even though it's been a day, I still break into a sweat when I think about it. Our trailblazing expedition almost ended in Penacony. I'm so jealous that you got a good night's sleep. I was traumatized and too scared to even close my eyes. I thought if I fell asleep, I'd never wake up again.
Oh, the others.
You've already idea what happened. They just feel like something's missing from their memories.
Hmm.
The family's official statement was like, "The Charmony Festival was attacked by an unidentified Stellaron and came to a halt." After all, they can't just reveal the truth about the Order. Now, all the major lineages, except for the Oak family, are dealing with the aftermath. The family has invited the crew to the Radiant Feldspar as witnesses for an important meeting. Everyone's waiting for you, so hurry up and pack. We're leaving as soon as you're ready.
Settings, why is my sound so low? Hello.
After all this craziness, nothing is better than staying.
There's the Radiant Fields bar.
Massive airship, and it's awesome. I heard it's never shown to the public. Only VIP guests. The Iris family sent us a bunch of souvenirs. Fruit baskets, plus this fancy button model. After you're back on your feet, you can enjoy them all. The Stellaron
Okay,
was
right.
sealed while you were sleeping. The family's official. Now
Oh.
all the
Only you.
Why the sudden interest in that? Well, and then I dreamed about stuffing my face with delicious food and going on a shopping. Yeah, let's go.
We go. Loading, loading, loading. Hello, Firefly.
How extravagant. Just like Epsilon. How was it? Did it live up to your dreamscape expectations?
You already asked that when we first got here.
Yeah, and you said no back then. But after all this madness, I'd say you've grown fond of it. Just a heads up, you're still on the Bloodhound family's wanted list, so keep a low profile. And this time, it's Firefly in the picture, not Sam. That's gotta be a whole new experience for you, right?
Indeed. In Kafka's words, that's also a missing part of my life. Still, it'd be quite inconvenient if I can't move freely. Could you help me out, Silverwolf?
I knew you'd say that. Don't worry. I've hacked all the systems and left no trace. Don't do anything that may draw attention, and don't talk with guards. They might recognize you. Keep these 2 points in mind, and you can go wherever you want, unbothered.
Thank you.
No problem, Miss Samuel. I love this fake name. Now that we're done here in Penacony, what will you do in your free time? I hear the Genius Society is here. How about we go stir up some excitement?
Well, you know my script isn't over yet.
I didn't bring you back to hear an answer like that.
Don't worry. The script says that I'll experience 3 deaths, but also receive an unforgettable reward on the planet of festivities. How will I know if I don't try? All possibilities exist until the outcome actually happens, right?
You may not realize it, but you have a bad habit. Whenever you seem to be asking a question, you've already made up your mind, and no words will dissuade you. Anyway, Kafka asked me to pass on this message. If you see anything fabulous in Penacony, get one for me too. Just swipe my card, you know the pin.
Of course.
She didn't specify anything, but I guess she means a dress, coat, sunglasses, or something else. You know better about fashion than I do.
Put that down the middle. That good? Yeah. Yeah, okay, that'd be good. This tends to
I'll keep an eye out. There's tons of options at OT Mall. Do you think she'll like trinkets, like hair accessories or brooches?
Those sound more like something for young girls. Maybe you should keep them for yourself. Oh, by the way, Blade didn't explicitly say it, but I think he was trying to say something like, temptation will show up again in Penacony. He's always so subtle with his words.
Got it. He was just worried about me. Relax, Silverwolf. You know me. I won't do anything crazy. I just want to wander around and see more of the world for myself. I want to buy some oat cake rolls. I've had a cake roll every day since I arrived in Penacony, from the first day to the last. But today, I'll buy 2 and give you 1. And if you don't like them, I'll enjoy double the pleasure. Or I can bring one to Kafka, as she never refuses. Or maybe I'll give it to Blade. He'll appreciate it. That's not written in the script, right? But as you see, I have added new footnotes to my destiny.
Oh, in the topaz.
Welcome, Director Topaz. The family ambassadors are still inside making preparations, but the big boss hasn't arrived yet. It'll be a while before the conference starts, I'm afraid.
Huh. Quite a spectacle. The family really knows how to make things look impressive. I thought they would choose a more formal and low-key location for the conference. I didn't expect them to go with a luxury airship.
About this, Director, I've asked around. This airship, named the Radiant Feldspar, belongs to the Alfalfa family. This conference between the IPC and the family will have a direct impact on Penacony's future. Such an important event should have been held at it. Well, somewhere secretive in the moment of morning dew. The atmosphere here, it doesn't feel serious enough.
If I'm right, this conference is probably just a prelude. Whoever organized it wants to assess the IPC stance beforehand. This influential figure either has their own ambitions and wants to reach a preliminary agreement, or they plan to put pressure on us to make us back off.
Oh, your mind is always so sharp, Director Topaz. And when the big boss arrives, please remind her to be cautious and watch out for any traps.
Thank you for the reminder, but I don't think that will be necessary. When she's at the table, it's the others who need to be cautious. Just tell everyone on our team to stay focused on their tasks and not worry about the negotiations.
Oh, got it. I'll do it right away.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't call Miss Jade Big Boss in front of her, or there will be serious consequences. I mean, really serious.
Got it. Thank you for the reminder, Director.
I tripped and fell right here. Just completely face planted.
Emily, what are you doing?
None of the important figures have arrived yet. Huh. Looks like the conference won't be starting for a while. Such a bustling place. I think I'll take a little walk around.
I'm being went to the door by himself. Hello. Oh.
So many buttons. How many centuries would it take to press them all? Didn't expect those pooches to actually recycle them all.
activities.
Uh,
For your safety, please stay away from those objects.
For my safety? Are these buttons something dangerous?
Not exactly. Lately, there's been a prankster in the Sweet Dream who's been handing out strange button devices to anyone he meets. According to those involved, he said something like, "Just press this button and all of Penacony will explode." Luckily, no one believed him. Still, the Bloodhound family collected these buttons just to be on the safe side.
Is anyone try pushing it?
What will happen if you press it? Hasn't anyone actually tried?
Well, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony? All the guests here have one thing in common. They're terrified of death. Anyway, the family will deal with these things. Please, kindly keep your distance.
I have ways to think on that. Oh my god, you're really making us climb all these stairs, son. I just up there, so I might as well get. Because, yep, you're going after them. Hello.
Greetings, madame. What can I do for you?
Hello. Could you tell me more about the Radiant Feldspar?
I assume you are the ambassador of the The Radiant Felspar is owned by Mr. Odie Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family. Mr. Alfalfa invested a significant amount in building this luxurious airship an Ember era ago, and it has been sailing across the 12 hours of the dreamscape ever since.
Oh, so it's owned by old Odie himself. No wonder the ship is so lavishly decorated.
Indeed, Mr. Alfalfa has impeccable taste. Only the most prestigious guests are invited by the Alfalfa family to board this airship. Please allow me to continue my introduction. The Radiant Felspar had been cruising over the Sea of Dreams in Penacony for an
reverberation? Such a formal way of putting it. You're really downplaying the whole thing. I apologize. Please continue.
Following the previous reverberation in the Sweet Dream, the Radiant Felspar had to suspend its voyage temporarily. Thankfully, the factors that disrupted the dreamscape have been resolved. However, due to, well, certain special reasons, the Charmony Festival originally scheduled at the Penacony, so Mr. Alfalfa suggested relocating the Charmony Festival to the Radiant Felspar, taking this opportunity to announce the resumption of the airship's voyage.
Ah, well, that would meet the family's needs and also create momentum for Mr. Alfalfa himself. Quite fitting for a legendary tycoon like him. Thank you for explaining matters to me. Goodbye.
These guys. We're going crazy for these tits, aren't you? Again.
Oh, are you hungry, Numby? Food in the dream. Shouldn't taste bad, right?
Grow.
Numby, catch! Ooh, oops, not to your liking, huh? Sorry. I'll treat you to a nice meal once we get back to... Hello? The Talent Motivation Department? Again? Internal review? Will it ever end? I'm working on a major project. I don't have time to squabble with you guys. The way I handled the Urillo case was approved by senior management, and all of the project logs and calls are complete. Can't you check on them yourselves? I just don't understand. Why are you so fixated on this minor case and constantly escalating it? Seriously, What's your purpose?
Sounds exhausting. Why not just hang up? In my opinion, you handled that project quite well. A little ball of ice in exchange for the Astral Express's good favor. That's not a bad deal for the department.
Hello.
It's been a while, little Yelena. I've been
Yelena?
looking forward to working with you. Never imagined this day would come so soon. Is there trouble? You can tell me anything. Just like old times.
Well, hello.
It's been a while, Madam Jade. I'm honored to have the opportunity to work with you.
You're still so formal, aren't you? Forget about the hierarchy and treat me as your equal. No need for unnecessary titles like Madam.
I'm sorry, but it might take some time to get used to that. After all, you are a senior.
Well, now that we're both members of the 10 Stone Hearts, I need you to be at your best. Especially since the upcoming negotiations leave no room for error. As sharp as you are, I'm sure you've figured out the true purpose of this conference, right?
I believe old Oti has taken it upon himself to test our limits before the official negotiations between the IPC and Penacony.
That's true, and it works in our favor. Do you know why?
If we can reach some sort of agreement with old Oti beforehand, and gauge our opponent's boundaries, our future negotiations will go much more smoothly. That's the obvious benefit.
Exactly. And the hidden benefit is that as the head of the Alfalfa family, his actions suggest that the 5 lineages might not be as united as the Odes of Harmony would suggest. As long as the influence of Harmony hasn't completely permeated their core, personal desires will always have their way. Thankfully, influential figures in Penacony haven't entirely suppressed their own desires. It's similar to the power struggles within the IPC. The supposed all-for-one philosophy shared by the 5 lineages. It's just a slogan now that the Dream Master has gone.
After the downfall of the Yoke family, old Oti's faction became the dominant force in Penacony. Even if we consider only the succession order, he's the longest serving and most senior among all the family heads.
Yes, that's exactly why we need to handle the conference following an agreed-upon strategy. It's like playing a game of chess, where every move needs to be carefully thought out.
I just realised my hair matches her colours. Matches her colour scheme. Oh my god.
Absolutely. The 3 steps of negotiation. Listen, test, and strike. That's what you taught me.
Pretty clear. Although, you seem to have changed the order in the Yarilo case.
That was based on my personal experience.
I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but the family head is ready to meet the ambassadors from the Strategic Investment Department.
Time to get to work. Let's prepare ourselves and meet that esteemed supporting actor. Remember, our goal is to create an opportunity for the IPC to enter Penacony. Aventurine has already made a small opening, and you and I, we're going to tear it wide open.
Hello.
Welcome aboard my ship, the Radiant Feldspar. Smart and charming ladies. Please, have a seat. Let's have a pleasant conversation.
This is an interesting one.
Welcome aboard, my dear ladies. Forgive me for any lack of attentiveness that might have led to a lengthy wait outside.
No problem at all, Mr. Alfalfa. It's my honor to meet you in person. You may not be aware, but
The book Odie Alfalfa, the biography, is a must-read for all Strategic Investment Department employees.
After all, to many, you are the legendary figure who single-handedly built the Penacony economy.
I expected no less from the 10 Stonehearts from the Strategic Investment Department.
Fully clover, I see.
You're definitely skilled in the art of conversation. I always enjoy talking to smart people because we don't have to beat around the bush. We can just get straight to the point instead. Since I invited you IPC ambassadors on board, I'm sure you've figured out the topic I'd like to discuss.
Oh, yes, one of those. Okay. I didn't notice that. To this now.
The future of Penacony, if I'm not mistaken.
Precisely. Those few words represent a terribly complicated situation indeed. Let's take that golden-haired guy who's not showing up, for example. He put in great effort and almost got himself killed. But what was it all for? Wasn't it eventually to create an opportunity for you IPC to regain control of the precious Astana?
The wisdom and experience you've accumulated over 10 Amber Eras are truly impressive.
He's been around a while.
Let's assume your assumptions are correct, Mr. Alfalfa. How would you respond to the IPC's actions?
I appreciate your composure, Miss Jade. You must have witnessed much in your worldly experiences. However, perhaps you don't know much about Penacony. Old Oti won't sit idly by when faced with a greedy wolf.
Please, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Then I'll be straightforward. I requested this meeting before the official conference to dissuade the Strategic Investment Department from trying to lay a finger on Penacony. If you back off now, you can make a smooth exit and prevent the IPC from losing face during more important negotiations.
One of our P-45 executives was attacked and nearly killed in the dreamscape. The IPC can't simply ignore this incident. Moreover, considering the turbulence during the Charmony Festival, Penacony's credibility has taken a hit in the public's eyes. Despite your determined attitude, the issues plaguing Penacony are real, are they not?
You use the term real, Miss Topaz, but let's not forget that this is the realm of dreams. If you want to succeed here, you need ambition and unconventional thinking. Curious about how I plan to respond to the IPC? Well, I don't mind sharing. My actions will help Penacony take a significant step forward by self-listing and going public.
Going public?
If I'm not mistaken, you want to bypass the IPC and go public on a universal scale.
Precisely. Instead of watching the IPC gnaw away at Penacony, I'd prefer to open the doors of the sweet dream to the entire universe. Starting today, anyone in the cosmos can become a shareholder of the land of the dreams. This is the path of harmony I'll choose. This reform should have been implemented earlier, but unfortunately, the Oak family were a bunch of blockheads blinded by order. Their level of intellectual flexibility doesn't even come close to an old fellow like me. Thanks to the little reverberation earlier, the biggest obstacle between me and my reforms has been eliminated. The Alfalfa family will publicize the financial results of Sweet Dream Paradise, so that the entire universe can see that despite the catastrophe, Penacony still holds immense potential and opportunities. and that the family remains confident in its future.
Crisis and opportunity are two sides of the same coin. So, you've been waiting for the right moment for Penacony to regain the spotlight. And if Penacony should seize this opportunity to overcome adversity, even if the IPC tries to intervene, every move we make will be scrutinized by trillions of people.
Now I'm convinced that you've indeed familiarized yourself with my biography, Miss Jade. So, about your next move. Please, consider it carefully.
Indeed. We need some time to digest such a wealth of information. I suggest we conclude the first half of our conference, Mr. Alfalfa. Please allow Topaz and me to confer privately for a few moments, and to respond on behalf of the IPC later.
Of course. Take your time, dear ladies.
Hey, boy. Meanwhile, with us,
family had a meeting with the IPC?
I got this information from a message sent by that IPC ambassador. He said it was to return the favor.
oh, so he's still
It's not
around
hard to
somewhere,
imagine.
somehow.
Penacony today is pretty much like the frontier prison it once was, with external forces casting greedy eyes and the undercurrent of order lurking within. Instead of falling into a situation where they are plagued by both external and internal threats, Penacony would rather take a step back and invite the IPC to negotiate at the table, ostensibly to cooperate, but in reality, to secure more opportunities for their own survival.
Well, no wonder they sought the mediation from the Astral Express. In your opinion, who should we stand behind?
I don't think the followers of the Harmony are completely innocent victims in all of this. For reasons unknown, they have a strong desire to smooth things over, which leads to speculation about their motives. If either the family or IPC were to assume full control of Penacony, it would return to its previous illusory dream of hedonism, and the efforts of those previous nameless would once again go to waste. There you are. Did you rest well?
I didn't disturb
Nope.
you since you were in a deep sleep.
Bit of a jump. Where's Amy going?
She went to negotiate with the family as a representative of the crew. She'll contact us once her arrangements are ready.
After Anna's dream was shattered, the family branch from the Montour system soon arrived and swiftly took control of the situation. Most members of the Oak family fell unconscious, but fortunately, their lives were not in danger.
The mastermind behind the plans was confirmed to be Gopher Wood, the previous Dream Master. But by the time we arrived, he was dead already.
And Sunday?
Face a trial. As for further details,
Okay, so he's
the
still
family
alive.
would rather not disclose them.
Ultimately, the public perceived the incident as an attack by evil forces targeting the Charmony Festival. They believe the family failed to safeguard the Sweet Dream, significantly eroding their credibility in the process. While quite different from the truth, this appears to be the outcome with the least impact.
After all, you don't know who's awake and who's pretending to be asleep. Well, they'll open their eyes in the face of danger. Once the danger subsides, they'll embrace the sweet dream again. Here's a toast, with 3 glasses of Glory of the Trailblaze to all of you.
Hello, how come you're here too?
What are you talking about? It's good to see you all again. Although we might be saying goodbye again after this reunion. When will the Astral Express leave Penacony?
We'll stay a bit longer, but not too long.
So, this is our final meeting then? If this is a farewell, then it seems to be missing something. Music? Atmosphere? Ah, maybe a special drink to honor those who are not here. Let's see. The mixed drink should be solemn, dignified, and unique. As we'll use it to pay respect to those fallen here. To the nameless, resting in peace. And to Gallagher.
No.
This trailblazing expedition has been...
no
One
way.
bird longs for the earth, and the other longs for the sky. However, facing punishment from the Harmony is inevitable. Since the family took up residence in Penacony, the Order has been hiding. That's the claim the family makes. Whether they were truly unaware... Venturine's efforts finally earned the IPC a seat at the table. As far as the Astral Express is concerned, the IPC will...
Only you.
It was somewhat surprising. In that dream, I returned to my homeworld and reunited with my long-lost friends. And when I realized that her conclusion was not preserved in memories, the conclusion of a journey can...
Lost friends? Gang?
It's rare for all passengers. Given the conductor's presence, there's no need to worry about it.
Only you.
In my dream, the express stopped at many places, and passengers came and went. Perhaps this could... No related records exist in the databank, but I have a theory. However, now that more powers in the universe are aware of this secret, like I said,
Hang on.
Ready to mix your drink? Sure, we can wait.
Anyone else? Where's... No. Oh, there's Matt.
Guess what? Something... So I unwrapped it and found out it was a button.
Did you press it?
Of course not. By the time I turned around, the person had already vanished. I'm really...
Okay.
Ready to mix your drink?
Yeah, I'm ready. Burn the
I'm
guy
not sure. We used to discuss everything. I have a hunch. Before we start...
And the mixer drinks?
Alright, I think I have an idea about what...
Sweet.
Drowning sweetness. However, with the right rate, not a bad choice.
Mini. Less. Then times 2. And this.
Words always fall short. If you want to bring closure to past events at this lounge, blend all your memories and emotions together, well, it's done. Here's to the nameless resting in peace. The spirit of freedom will spread far and wide among the stars. And its legacy, we're not accepted by the outside world, so we've gathered. And one day, our souls will return to the same place. Cheers.
Interesting.
Oh, are you leaving? I've mixed more of this last special drink for you.
Thank you. I'm...
If you happen to run into Gallagher, make sure. Then,
Yeah, across.
I guess you won't be seeing him. Alright, enough with the heavy stuff. Whether it's the Astral Express or Penacony, and embark towards our tomorrows.
Old Odie is a tricky opponent. I didn't expect him to take the risky step of going public at such a critical moment for Penacony.
Indeed. He's definitely bold. It's that kind of boldness that made him the Odie Alfalfa he is today. Still, the outcome is uncertain. Shouting loud doesn't necessarily carry any weight. What about the phone call I asked you to make, Topaz?
Ah, they agreed. But it'll take some time before they arrive.
Just as it should be. The sweet dew should be served after the bitter poison.
Looks like we'll be skipping the exchanging apples step this time around.
Now that we're dealing with a greedy merchant, a simple apple wouldn't make a difference. Now I'm a bit curious, Topaz. Do you think Penacony is a quality asset?
Yes. Despite its recent calamity, Penacony remains a top quality asset within the cosmos.
Well, that's obvious. But what I truly wanted to know is, this project is obviously too bland for your taste, isn't it?
That's true. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Aventurine.
But despite that, you trust him. You even entrusted him with a cornerstone. Something as precious as life itself, to finish this gamble.
Are you not in the same boat, Miss Jade? Without us playing along, your Jade Stone wouldn't have made it across the border so easily, allowing you to see all desires that flow through dreams to gain a bargaining chip in negotiations. That's why I'm willing to stake my Topaz Stone to cover for you. It's like one big elaborate game of chess.
Once that kid sets his mind to something, nothing can stop him. Not even fate. Well, at least he's still alive, and that's the best outcome.
Looks like we've strayed off topic, Miss Jade. Should we discuss our next steps?
No need. I'll go it alone. Meanwhile, you can go greet our honored guest and wait for...
Okay.
Is that Robin? Huh. She's also here on the Radiant Feldspar.
No, but...
Greetings, Miss Robin. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Miss Jade? Greetings. The opening ceremony for the Charmony Festival has been moved to the Radiant Feldspar, so I'm here making some preparations. How about you? Have you spoken with Mr. Alfalfa?
I'm actually on my way to meet him right now. Do you know him well, Miss Robin?
Unfortunately, I've never met him. I've only heard a few comments from the former head of the Oak family. Mr. Alfalfa is respectable when it comes to business, but in other respects, I can't say the same.
Where do you think the future of the planet of festivities is headed?
I believe the sweet dream will see its rebirth. Just like the Radiant Feldspar resumed its voyage, the Harmony needs a new direction. Only by bidding farewell to the past can we actually sail into the future. There are no permanent allies or everlasting enemies. So let's both take what we need from this deal.
Naturally. I'm looking forward to your performance. See you at the festival.
See you later, Miss Jade.
But...
Thank you for your patience, Mr. Alfalfa. Let's continue our discussion.
Figured out something already, Miss Jade? But where is Miss Topaz?
Topaz has something else to take care of. You'll be seeing her later. talks can still continue between the two of us.
Is it just me, miss? Your tone sounds very different now.
I need to set a good example for my junior. It's not a good habit to be too loose-lipped during negotiations, right? Now we can speak frankly and openly. Do you believe what I said, Odie? You're not the only merchant who has seen the changes in the cosmic market over the past 10 Amber Eras.
Interesting. Now that's interesting.
Hmm.
Good. It's good to be straightforward. Openness and transparency are my things. So, tell me, what's your next move?
Unfortunately, I'd like to speak the harsh truth before laying out my plan. Let's cut to the chase. First, your plan won't work. Penacony has no way of sidestepping the IPC and going public. Second, you can't stop the IPC from entering Penacony. We've got all the time and connections in the world to find a way in. We'll keep tearing down and rebuilding this place until the Asdana system gets used to the IPC's ways again. Now, I'm repeating your words exactly. If you don't want to be a laughingstock and have everyone gunning for you at the official conference, you'd better drop your little pie-in-the-sky plan.
Oh, interesting. Indeed. You surely have a way with words. Now, I'm curious to know what you have up your sleeve.
Mr. Alfalfa, let's not forget that the IPC controls the biggest interstellar publicity platform. More than half the news networks in the universe take their orders from us. The moment news spreads about Penacony going public, trillions of customers will immediately receive a message like this. The family's protection for Penacony has expired. Any mishaps in the dreamscape could result in permanent brain death. Care to guess how many ways we have to turn alfalfa credits into worthless junk within a measly 24 system hours? With the entire cosmos keeping a close eye on Penacony, I assure you, it won't be too hard.
You really think you can pull that off?
Even from Pier Point, as distant as it may be, I'm more than capable of keeping you on a tight leash. However, if you agree to give up that half-baked plan to go public, the IPC will assure you that we'll never jeopardize the interests of the family heads under your leadership. After all, we also need allies here in Asdana. The IPC can assist Penacony with financing, starting by acquiring 30% equity shares. With our financial support, stabilizing and rebuilding Penacony will be a piece of cake.
30% equity, you say? Who can guarantee you won't want more in the future?
That's the brilliant part of it all. The answer is simple. No one. There are no guarantees. It all hinges on self-awareness and mutual respect. However, the board of directors will consider the interests of the family heads to some extent. You're a smart merchant, old Odie. Isn't the whole purpose of this elaborate game to showcase your business acumen and seek more benefits for the family? It benefits us if we both take a step back. And if that's not enough for you, I'm pretty sure that another goal of making Penacony go public is to expand the influence of the Planet of Festivities and attract more customers. I understand your concern, and I have a solution for that, too.
Fine. Now I see your sincerity. As the head of the Alfalfa family, I don't think I have any reason to refuse your offer. However, as their chosen one, I still need one final answer.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
When I was a child, I heard the adults recite the tale of the ancient Amber Era, about the ascension of Shipe, the Harmony, and the downfall of Enna, the Order. The Order and the Preservation used to be close in ancient times. So, why does the IPC, as a follower of the Amber Lord, seek collaboration with the family instead of aligning with the Order?
The answer is simpler than you think. It's all about credits. Everyone's favorite thing and the universally recognized currency among the stars. The IPC has the power to perpetually ensure their value. With each new world integrated into the credit system, the IPC adds another building block to its cause. Eventually, all exchanges, capital, and businesses will operate within a unified monetary system. By then, all planetary developments will be recorded in accounts with well-defined values and the ability for exchange and circulation. And the heart of everything will be Klepoth's credit.
Ah, and then the IPC will be able to exert influence over everything.
Our intention is to establish enduring preservation, so I'm sure you can understand. This universe doesn't need two types of order.
Well said. Now you've convinced me. All right. Tell me your solution. Let's see if we're thinking the same thing.
Then let's continue our conversation. Please, Topaz, invite Sweet Dew to join us at the table.
Oh, hello.
Thank you for your presence, Miss Himeko. Please allow me to introduce her to you, Mr. Alfalfa. This is Miss Himeko from the Astral Express, one of the future shareholders of Penacony.
I've heard so much about you, Mr. Alfalfa. It's an honor to meet you as representative of the Astral Express.
This stunning lady is the navigator of the Astral Express? It's a pleasure to meet you.
I believe everyone here is familiar with the general contents of the proposal. After this round of financing, the IPC is expected to hold 30% of Penacony's shares. Then, the IPC will transfer 5% of that stake to the Astral Express and recommend Miss Himeko as an independent director to honor the sacrifices and contributions made by the former Nameless to the land of the dreams.
While this decision isn't finalized yet, we are honored that everyone here recognizes the way of the Trailblaze. While the Nameless didn't embark on their journeys for fame or fortune, if this is the wish of both the family and the IPC, I will represent the Astral Express and fulfill my duty as a member of the board of directors. The entire crew has agreed to assist in the reconstruction of Penacony. Beyond that, in our future travels, we are committed to bringing the beautiful dreams of the planet of festivities to more worlds. Of course, all cooperation is based on one premise. The path of harmony in Penacony must not be distorted again, and such a tragedy must never recur.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, it's just in here.
Old OT is in agreement, so the issue is settled, I presume. What about the remaining family heads?
They will soon realize the situation. When old Odie answered the last question, he represented more than just the Alfalfa family.
When should we schedule the formal negotiations? I'll handle the arrangements.
It's all up to you. I'll step back and let you handle the negotiations and takeover. I won't be involved.
But Miss Jade, this is...
Aventurine initiated this case, and you were his project partner. If that kid hadn't overplayed his hand, I wouldn't have been pushed to the forefront. I came here today to help you sort out the toughest issue. I trust you'll be able to wrap things up quite nicely, little Yelena.
Of course. There won't be any problems. And please, give Diamond my assurance.
What's the relation like? Well, not like, I mean,
Always trusted us.
what's the,
Put in a good word for you.
I guess, past relation?
P45 position back in no time.
Hmm.
Radiant Feldspar. What a fantastic ship. Now that my business is done, it's time for me to indulge in my own little hobby.
Ah, you want to open a Bon and Jade exchange branch on this ship too?
Opportunities like this don't come around often. Just look at the guests on this ship. They're surely holding a wealth of valuable treasures. Well, I'll take my leave. A pawn shop can't run without a boss. See you around, Topaz.
I have one more question for you, Miss Jade.
Go ahead.
That dose of bitter poison. I'm curious as to how you found this information.
I didn't find the information. It came to me. It was from a lady concerned with the future of the Harmony. In return, I've agreed to help her with something. But that's for later. We can deal with it after we leave Penacony. You see, that's what investment is all about. The seeds of opportunity are already sown. They only need a little bit of nourishment to take root. And then after, all we need to do is wait patiently. Like right now, for example. It's just about time my final guest boarded the ship.
Firefly time.
Sneaking in was way easier than I thought. The family's security is as lax as ever. So, this is the Radiant Feldspar. So luxurious. A pawn shop that grants wishes. Is there really a place like that on the ship? I'll find out for myself if the rumors are true or not.
There you go. What? And I go. Oh, yeah.
Is that her? Huh. Vanished in the blink of an eye. So the Astral Express is here too. Inspection complete. Nothing suspicious.
Hello, Robin.
By the way, there's one more thing. Mr. Alfalfa and I discussed it. I'll present a gift to the Astral Express on behalf of the family as a token of gratitude for the Nameless's contributions to Penacony.
Here we go. You cannot get the thing I wanted to today.
Please help me with the necessary arrangements.
Right away, Miss Robin.
Can I ask you something?
Oh, greetings, miss. Is there anything I can help you with?
Do you know how to get to the pawn shop?
Pawn shop? Ah, you must be talking about Lady Bonajade's place, right? I heard she offers, special services there. I've marked the pawn shop's location on your device. Please feel free to check it out.
Lady Bonajade. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Was it from Silverwolf? Come to think of it, she disappeared after mentioning that she was going to meet with the Genius Society. I wonder how things turned out for her.
I bet I can find a Trailblazer? Where's the Trailblazer? Where's the Trailblazer? Be back up here. Yeah. Oh.
If I win, your chest is mine.
Who said I was betting with you?
I did.
They are still a ball of fire as ever. Sorry, but I've got to find Lady Bonajade first.
Huh? Where is this gonna go, I wonder?
Welcome to Bonajade Exchange, Radiant Feldspar branch. How should I address you, dear lady?
Just call me Samuel.
Samuel. Nice name. So what do you need, Miss Samuel? And what are you willing to give up in return?
I want to keep on living. And for that, I'm willing to give up everything I have.
Everything you have?
That's right. Everything.
Miss Samuel, I think you'd best turn around. It seems you're not quite familiar with the term pawn.
What do you mean?
I mean it literally. I sense your burning desire to live, but unfortunately, you don't have anything of equal value to offer.
Okay. A pawn shop that grants wishes. I see. It's just a marketing gimmick.
Well, that's quite a harsh accusation. I understand you may not fully comprehend what I mean, but don't worry. I'll help you understand. Go and talk to these people. They're all customers of my pawn shop. See for yourself if their wishes have come true. Once you've done that, come back to me.
That Lady Bonajade feels more like a moneylender rather than the owner of a pawn shop. Well, I've got nothing better to do anyway. I'll do as she says and see what happens.
Oh.
Enough talk. Let's get started. This will be our final game. I'm betting my entire—
Oh, a big talker, huh?
I won? I actually won!
This can't be. You lost to me 10 times in a row. How could—
It's true! Lady Bonajade has truly blessed me! Finally, my luck has turned for the better. Great!
Bro. Jeez, that takes a while to open.
I've prepared a gift for you, Dorothy. Whoa! What a beautiful necklace! Is it made of cymophane? How did you know I love jewelry made of cymophane? It has so... Well, will you go out with me? I will. Really? I never said yes before because I thought you had no idea what I liked. Wonderful. My wish. So, shall we go, Dorothy? Yeah, let's go.
Hey, did you see that? The gray-haired one outside.
Don't look around. Just focus on your dream. Seriously, they look like a total lunatic.
Is that her? Chirp, chirp. Origami bird. Hey, little birdie.
Come on. Oh, calm down already.
No, it's not the best. Sorry.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah, you heard right. He's been hiding at the moment of soul in Penacony, using a fake identity. And he even posed as a professor at Paperfold Academy. I've made a deal with the family. I'll leave the extradition-related paperwork to you. How'd I find him? Well, let's just say I had some help from an influential figure. 22 years. Yeah. I'm gonna hang up for now, partner. I need to raise a glass to myself.
All of their wishes actually did come true. But I just don't understand. How did she do it? And what does pawn really mean? I should go back and ask. Watch yourselves in front of me.
So you're back, Miss Samuel.
Yeah. But I'm not sure what you want me to see. They all seem to be living...
Not so fast. This step was just to show you that the Bonajade exchange is genuine. That I had the power to grant their wishes. And Dell was from a wealthy family. He was head over heels for Dorothy and wanted to win her heart. So he made a deal with me. He put up his... It was a piece of cake for me, thanks to my IPC connections. However, Dell will soon find himself evicted from the dreamscape because he can't afford his room. Let's just hope that necklace will keep their relationship from crumbling. Then there's Stacy, a lady with a gambling addiction. She wanted some serious luck, but she had nothing to offer. So I took something else instead. I took away all her from the moment she stepped out of the Bonajade exchange. Every casino in the cosmos would remember her name. But her parents and siblings would sever ties with her. And it would be impossible for Stacy to make any real friends again. She will accrue a vast wealth due to her good luck.
Oh guys, it's a monkey paw.
As for Detective Walker, he spent 2 decades chasing down a wanted criminal for some heinous crime. He offered his own memory system as collateral. In due time. Is interesting, don't you think? I fulfill people's desires and grant them favors, and soon they come back to me with even greater desires. When people see others' desires get fulfilled, they develop their own desires. It seems like an endless cycle, but it does have a goal, and patience happens to be one of my greatest strengths. So now, do you understand what you must give up, Miss Samuel? Or should I address you as AR-26710, a remnant of Glamoth's Iron Cavalry?
I'm not surprised.
You are much calmer than I expected. Entropy loss syndrome. Truly an unjust misfortune, isn't it? The higher-ups in Glamoth implemented such a failsafe within the genes of their warriors, just to make sure the Republic's most powerful weapons wouldn't fall into the wrong hands. As for the price, those Iron Cavalries weren't exactly seen as regular, independent humans, so there wasn't really a price to be paid. However, you are different. You're now a Stellaron hunter, a living being named Firefly. Naturally, you want to continue your existence, but with the firmament front gone, the people who know the secret and can cure the disease are nowhere to be found.
Are you suggesting that the IPC has a remedy?
Well, there might be a silver lining. That's all I can say for now.
I see. It's no wonder you said I can't provide anything of equal value. Because nothing I own holds any meaning. So, you're going to ask me to personally restrain my partners to ensure my own survival?
Unfortunately, that's not quite the case. Partners, a nice way to put it. Now I'm even more curious about the Stellaron hunters. Each of you has your own identity and a special bond with each other. It's strong and intimate, and yet it allows for independence. Just as the 10 Stonehearts follow Diamond, you follow your own leader. I wonder what they are like, and if all Stellaron hunters are like you. Traveling on the path of finality, but struggling against your destiny. Attempting to move in the opposite direction.
Finality. That's a word to throw in.
All of you will come and visit my pawn shop. I'll be waiting patiently for that.
Can I see this as an invitation? From Diamond to the Stellaron hunters while keeping the IPC in the dark?
Consider it more of a personal offer from myself. It doesn't represent the IPC or the Strategic Investment Department.
The Stellaron hunters have interacted with the IPC, but not the 10 Stonehearts. Our paths have never crossed. As for your offer, I can pass it along to my partners. But I have a question. You know who I am. And you must know that my partner is keeping an eye on this room. If she wanted to, she could let the entirety of Purepoint know about it within a few mere seconds. What drives you to take such a risk and extend this invitation on behalf of Diamond, even if it could lead to your downfall?
Simply put, you and I are the same. However, unlike you Stellaron hunters or the Astral Express, we band together merely to obtain what we want.
Oh, we get silhouette, so have the others. You got Crazy Gun Guy. That's where all we can really.
Each of us has our own past and destined ends. And
That's the only interesting one, really.
We have been invited
Crazy
by
Gun
Diamond
Guy.
to join him. This journey could be either brief or long, as each of us carries a void in our hearts that can only be filled from the outside. So, Diamond made us a promise to divide the power of the Emanator of Preservation into 10 pieces and give each of us a cornerstone to fill that void. Mortal flesh is fragile, yet my heart is unyielding like the monolith. For without this resolve, the way of preservation would fade into oblivion. So, you understand? This pledge goes beyond a mere oath. It's our collateral in exchange for opportunities, wealth, survival, and a future. And whatever we gain from it will fortify the Stonehearts in return, allowing us to achieve the great cause of the preservation when the war among the eons eventually comes.
I understand.
Take your time, child. You don't need to give me an immediate answer. Like I said, patience is one of my greatest strengths.
If fate turns that page, our paths will cross again. It's a shame, though, that this pawn shop can't give me what I desire. My last attempt in Penacony. Well, it ends with hope.
Lady Bonajade? I've come to deliver the collaterals promised.
Turns out, the meeting to decide the future of Penacony went much smoother than expected. The Charmony Festival's opening ceremony is starting soon. This airship has quite a few treasures, a bountiful harvest.
Oh, hello.
Remember, I can take you out with just one shot whenever I choose.
Oh, that'd be my honor. Don't worry, I hate...
How are you alive? Well, back. Yeah, back. How are you back?
Look who's here. The great hero of the Astral Express. The most dazzling trailblazer in all...
Oh, you're here too. Long time no see, friend. This fella is also tracking down that son of a gun. What's that saying again? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's set aside those under-the-table dealings for now, Pop.
Oh, I agree. Now let's congratulate Miss Trailblazer.
You still let
My
know.
job was just to give the IPC a note. While you were at Dreamflux Reef, we were actually close by. You wouldn't have been able to dig up so much dirty information with him, but that emanator didn't pull any punches. My body couldn't hold out too long.
No problem. In punishing the making an entrance like that, us Galaxy Rangers are making a comeback. Reckon you'll meet quite a few followers of the hunt in your... Forget it. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I've got a score to settle with a high-ranking executive fella named Waldo Schneider.
Yeah, him.
This flamboyant
You know
fella
about that?
can help me find him.
The feud between the Marketing Development Department and the Strategic Investment Department is well known across the Cosmo. Looks like things are about to get spicy.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you.
I'll pass.
Collect the book, collect the books. Who wants to talk to you? Hello.
Ah, yes. I remember you. No wonder that gambler likes you so much.
You know you're here
The
too.
Intelligentsia Guild assigned me to be an invigilate. Very well. The Charmony Festival is about to commence soon. Take advantage...
When are you
The
entering?
executives of the IPC and the Guild say that we are strategic partners. Yet, from my perspective, I am invariably the team. From this perspective, Aventurine isn't what you'd call an ideal student. Yet, he's also not utterly Then you...
Topaz. Hello.
Well, if it isn't my old friend, it
One of the first ever.
That's what I... such a pity. Look how bustle...
Maybe transform yourself.
Form. Oh! I understand now. You're referring to Aventurine's cornerstone, right? Sorry. Compared to him, my ability is not as visual. Guess there is no harm telling you. The ability... now that I think about it, it was good that Branya got there when she didn't Bellabog.
Oh. Oh dear. Hello.
Hey there, lively lady. What should I call you?
March 7th.
No problem. So, miss, March 7th. simple enough. Very I wouldn't. To fulfill this wish, the thing...
Or an animal.
It's a two-legged animal with black fur, a round head, and long ears. Bring its tail to me as collateral. May fate bring us together.
Just. That's... Go for an elevator. Did I go to the right floor? Find out soon. Yeah. Hello, you. Do you have voice lines this time? No, we don't. Okay. So I'm guessing that the lines have been recorded for whatever reason. Either there's something going on with voice actor, or they didn't plan, or I don't know, something. Yeah. I know why. I know what's the story behind that.
The festival hasn't started.
Hi, we meet again.
Who's that?
It's really you. I knew I didn't get the wrong person.
Hi, Firefly. I'm still with someone else.
I saw you opening treasure chests, hitting balloons, and playing Dreamy Slot. There's still some time before the Charmony Festival starts. Two murder cases, a showdown with the IPC's ambassadors, the legacy of the Nameless, and a remnant of the Order who wishes to replace and eat. It's a good thing that you guys managed to overcome all those difficult problems. Congratulations! After...
Yeah, what a next destination will be.
There will always be somewhere. After all, before joining the Stellaron Hunters, Elio told me that this journey will tell me how to live on. That's all he said. As for the rest, it's up to me to find out. So, I'll pay extra attention to any leads that will let me live on. Yes, sadly I was looking in the wrong place. But I did read, do you know Miss Jade from the... She told me her price. But... No. But what she wanted wasn't my answer either. Of course, I want to live on. But what fate owes me? Speaking of which, actually, I feel that I still owe you a formal apology for that matter with the Even the smallest of lies can turn into a betrayal.
You already apologized.
It was an emergency, so I never had the chance to formally apologize to you. To me, hiding is much easier.
It's that girl! Get moving! Arrest that criminal before the Charmony Festival's opening ceremony starts!
I can't believe they've chased me this far. Looks like we have to say our goodbyes. The script hasn't reached its end yet. We will meet again.
Bye.
I hope she's okay. But If it's only those two hounds again, she'll probably be fine. I'll send a message later to check in on her. Let's take a seat here. Everything is settled. Forget it. I've done enough walking around.
I'm got it all handled. Not quite right English.
Looks like I don't have to worry about her. Let's wait for the opening ceremony to start.
Don't know if it does this or not.
It's Miss Robin! Hey, Miss Robin! Hey, over here, Miss Robin! Miss Robin! Miss Robin!
Miss Robin!
Mary!
Distinguished guests, fellow family members, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from all over the cosmos. It's a pleasure to join you all in celebrating the grandest ceremony of the Amber Era, the Charmony Festival. Firstly, on behalf of the Penacony family's 5 major lineages, and on behalf of myself, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our guests. As you all may have noticed, this year's Charmony Festival is far from regular. Thanks to the efforts of everyone, this celebration is unprecedented in scale, with factions from across the cosmos in attendance. Not only that, the customary opening ceremony held at the Penacony Grand Theater has now moved to the Radiant Feldspar, the very airship you all stand upon. We invite you to express your warmest applause and deepest appreciation for Oti Alfalfa, head of the Alfalfa family, for his selfless devotion to the Harmony's cause. What makes this festival so uniquely significant? As is widely known, the Radiant Feldspar had to halt its voyage due to an anomaly in the Sweet Dream, sparking widespread discussion in the 12 Hours. Thanks to the hard work of Penacony's internal and external factions, we've finally gotten the Dreamscape back on track, just in time for the Charmony Festival. And as they say, good things come in pairs. The Charmony Festival not only celebrates this achievement, but also marks the relaunch of the Radiant Feldspar. And finally, the last reason. Does everyone remember the Watchmaker? In truth, the family has poured their efforts into this festival just to commemorate this legendary luminary, the father of Penacony, Mikhail Char Legwork, one of the legendary Nameless who laid the foundations of Penacony. In the most bewildering times of the planet of festivities, it was he who descended from the sky with his companions, who taught us through trailblazing where freedom lies. It was also they who led the vanguard in the pioneering of the Dreamscape, in exchange for what is now known as the Paradise of Harmony. It can be said that Penacony's splendid success today is deeply rooted in the trailblazing ethos the Watchmaker planted within us. Only by honoring this trailblazing spirit can we fulfill our mission and spread harmony to a broader audience.
Aww, that's so nice of her. She's talking about us.
Where are the other two?
That's right. Unparalleled.
And now, the Sweet Dream is back on track. All thanks to the Trailblaze, of course. If it weren't for everyone on the Astral Express, we wouldn't be able to successfully host this thus, with unanimous consent from the 5 major lineages, Penacony's family. On behalf of all family members throughout the cosmos, offer a token of appreciation to the Nameless.
Oh, I wonder if it's gonna be a big one.
We will transfer ownership of the Radiant Feldspar to the Astral Express. A meager appreciation that we hope you will accept with grace.
Oh, okay.
Let us gift our applause and cheers to these brave and dauntless Nameless.
That's quite the thing.
And now, I propose a toast to harmony, to the Trailblaze, to the future of Penacony and the universe, and to the generous Alfalfa family head, Mr. O.T. Alfalfa. Cheers! Cheers!
Oop.
To make a decision like that. This little bird is no less capable than her brother.
All's well.
Oh no.
But have you forgotten someone, my gray-haired friend? I put a bomb on this ship. You have 10 minutes to find it. Better hurry.
When did this get shoved into my hands? There's still so many bombs. Now's not the time for plot twists.
Wait, how do we know? What? Hello. Oh boy. Mm-hmm. I have some issues with certain stuff on how this is played out, but that's something for another time.
All set. Let's start following.
Okay, we're doing this now. But probably at the back of the ship, so that makes it over here.
You finally arrived, so great gray-haired little one. I'm the constable around. You don't like it? Fine. I'm now the bomb demon then. Satisfied? If not, you'll just have to make do. Alright.
Why is this so quiet?
My turn to complete my mission. Next, I'll count down from 5 and then explode. 5, 4, 1. Did I miss a number? Oh, so I did. No matter though. I've never learned how to count before. I mean, I'm not even a real bomb. Was it surprising? Shocking?
I have to turn it down because Bad news.
At least I made some progress.
Other side. Hello. I'm running. Yeah. Wait, so Sparkle, you know what? No.
We meet again. Got yourself into a pickle? I'm with... Oh. It completely slipped my mind. I need your help, miss. The first case is the soul. The second case is the Blue Hour auction robbery. Those are all the details. The way I trust in your deduction. Correct answer! Gray hair. Seeing as you've put in so much effort, I'll throw you a bone. The bomb's not here.
Front area. Probably lower floor. That's probably. Oh no, maybe not. There's a lower floor. No, it's other side. There.
You can call me if you didn't know. I'm the one who directed the entire farce in Penacony. As the lead lady of the show, what did you think? Feel free. Well, actually, due to the current plot requirements, you're only allowed to say one line. Sunday, who's that? Since you're done asking questions and I'm done answering, according to this, but don't fret. I've also prepared a gift.
To the front. Wow, up there.
Is that all?
Good. Hello, doll.
Hello, I'm a bomb. There's still some time. Diffuse? No problem. Now playing Never Give Up, Never Surrender by the trending superstar Asterix Lee.
Oh god, I know.
Hang on. Penacony's family purchased the rights to this song. We can't play it here. How about this? I'll recite it for you.
Oh god.
Enjoy a recital of Never Give Up, Never Surrender. Oh, aha! If you ask me how I feel about you, don't tell me that you pretend to see. They will never give you up, never make you sad. They will never give you up, never make you cry. They will never say goodbye to you.
Well, everyone gets to enjoy this now. Yeah, right.
Not much time left.
There's a bum.
Oh, by the laughter. Oh, I'm on to you. This evil city has. If you wish to defeat me,
Oh, fine now. Okay. Ow.
Eternal.
Detonate!
until everything burns to ashes. Fight to live.
Rhythm get messed up.
Go, please.
So this is the warmth of life. There's more to life.
This is more than sets the seas ablaze.
Enjoying yourself?
Step there.
Step up, let's time to mix things up.
So this is the warmth of life.
Nice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
And I just give skill points at the end of the battle.
Hello, human. We meet again. I'm currently on this. If you've been to the Sien, I'm a heliobus, originally from the Lafu's thing. I forgot what I've come to realize. Yes, me. Oh, speaking of which, I should go and look for it. Mimi the monster hasn't exploded. I hope you can find it.
Okay. Did I press the right button? I don't know. We gotta go all the way down again. Damn it. Hi, Firefly.
Is that a firefly?
Oh, and there's bomb.
28 minutes, 45 seconds.
You're here. The masked fools? Since you're here, I'll just keep it short. Just over
2 seconds, 27 minutes,
The sweet dream has lost the protection of the Order. If it were to blow up here, the consequences would be unfathomable. I've scrutinized it. Apart from its creator, I fear no one knows how to deactivate it.
And to find that person.
It's difficult. Time is running out, and she's a
In the way? Oh no.
Actually,
Oh no.
do you still remember? The script said that I will experience death 3 times in the land. I think this moment heralds the 3rd time.
Not the time for this.
You may already know that I have no way of evoking dreams. I employ a Stellaron Hunter's special method in order to enter dreams instead. As long as I can bear the pain of the Memoria pressure, I'll be able to dive into the primal memory zone beyond the dream and extend a lifeline to the Radiant Feldspar. I will take this bomb into the depths of the dreamscape, as deep as possible, where there are no living souls around. That way, at least no one will get hurt.
And what about you?
Don't worry. I believe that this Firefly armor will be enough to take me to where I need to go before the countdown ends. And maybe even make it back safely. At present, this is our best and most logical course of action. After all, a long story deserves a happy ending. I have some words to share with you, though they were spoken to me by Miss Acheron. She said that the so-called impossible is merely something that is yet to happen. At the moment, there are so many things that seem impossible, but are they really never going to happen? Maybe it's just that the moment to disprove these impossibilities hasn't arrived yet. Whether it be a literal ending, suffering akin to death, or a harrowing deathscape. Before the appointed destination arrives, they are all the same. Yet I can still make myriad choices. I also firmly believe that when that moment arrives for us to make a choice, the answer to our end will already be within our hearts. It is not destiny that shapes us, but we who shape destiny. The Astral Express and the Stellaron Hunters are like light and shadow. We walk on different paths, intertwined, moving forward and growing together. Maybe the end is predestined, but it is not today.
Things are going too well. Let's speed up the countdown.
Human life is short, just like fireflies to a flame. So if you have an answer in your heart, always remember, don't leave with any regrets. We have this right, don't we?
Since you care so much about other people's safety, why don't you go take a closer look?
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams. We each came here with our own goals and realized them in unimaginable ways. Regardless if the result was a sweet illusion or a bitter reality. It was an answer we longed for, day and night. So, why do people choose to slumber? I think it's as you said. Because in the end, we will wake up from our dreams.
Ooh.
When I arrived, I happened to see a child holding it. He said the flowers were prepared by Aunt Jessie for the watchmaker and the war comrade he'd missed his whole life. Mikhail would place 2 bunches of flowers here year after year. And after he left, it became 3. Your wishes will always be remembered by someone. Now, Penacony, as you hoped, has welcomed the dawn after a long, dark night. The path forward may not be a bed of roses, but at least people are prepared to step forth towards freedom. Tiernan, you can go home now. While the Nameless are also preparing for the next stop of their voyage.
Hello?
But before leaving, we still have one last thing to do.
A fitting end to the tale of the departed. One could not ask for a better farewell. Go on. They're all here.
Honestly, when I heard the conductor's request, I was pretty surprised. The Nameless. Those who trailblaze, doing good deeds but never seeking recognition. But it seems, in the land of the dreams, anything is indeed possible.
History may not remember the names of the dead, but the stars will attest to their journeys. The first glimmer of light in the prolonged night often illuminates little, as it is fleeting and the darkness too vast. But because of this, people will remember. As long as something shines in the night sky, then when the first star falls, countless more will follow, streaking across the horizon. Brooklyn Tiernan, Rosalina J. and Estella, we raise a toast to you, trailblazers of the Silver Rail. A toast to history that no longer remains silent. The passionate and courageous pursuit, and a voyage that traverses the stars.
That statue. It wasn't here last time.
It's a guard dog.
Looks like this is
A
the
bloodhound.
last thing that Mr. Gallagher left for us. In the end, we still failed to figure out his true identity, or if he was even a living person.
What should I say? I mean, this guy is definitely a history fictionologist, all right. I'm suddenly reminded of the time at the theme park when he said he was only 13 years old. Could that have meant something too? Either way, he's an enigmatic character for sure. At least our journey together in Penacony was real enough. And his loyalty and love for this land must have been real too, right? Gallagher, we raise a toast to you, to the festival's invitation, to all lies, and the sink. If we ever meet again, please don't talk in riddles.
Is that all?
Is the Astro Express ready to depart Penacony?
Well, I was thinking, who the hell, and then I remembered, oh, you're the guy. Yeah, I remember now.
You've all done so much.
But I completely forgot who this guy was.
Ever indebted. Allow me, as the representative of Dreamflux Reef, to make another.
What will the people of Dreamflux Reef do now?
Many will continue to live here. Those accustomed to being awake will mostly have a hard time getting used to a life of darkness with their eyes closed. Though the order has faded, there must be someone to watch over this primal memory zone. Penacony's nights are long, and there are many who are still far from a good night's sleep. As for the sweet dream over there... we're still managing without it, aren't we?
Mika and residents of Dreamflux Reef, we raise a toast to you, watchers of the long dream, to your tenacity throughout time, to each sorrowful night, and to the dawn that is finally upon us.
Hello.
In the end, we still came full circle. This trailblazing expedition started from the moment you and a bellboy ran into each other. After going just like a clock's hands that turn round, there shouldn't be much left to say. And then, a new page will be turned. Mikhail Char Legwork, we raise a toast to you, watchmaker of the land of the dreams, nameless of the Astral Express. To Penacony's past, present, future, and the child's unwavering dream unto death.
With that, our duty as nameless should be complete, right?
The trailblaze can illuminate the way. But ultimately, the future of a world.
I still feel that Mr. Mikhail must have really wanted to witness this day himself.
What's on your mind, March?
Just a strange feeling. I had it a few stops ago, but it's super strong this time.
Why not talk about it? Maybe everyone's thinking the same thing.
I can't help but think that whether it's Mr. Mikhail, Mr. Tiernan, or Madame Rosalina, their lives... they were also young once. Stumbling and bumbling around just like us. Getting into scraps and mischief, that sort of stuff. Companions... but those things are all in the past. Yeah, maybe that's the precise thing I can't let go of. It'll be easier to understand if I use an analogy. Like when you're reading a book. If one of its characters keeps running into obstacles and experiences an ending full of regrets, we're bound to feel a bit mixed about it. Because we've seen every nook and cranny of their lives, we see these people. So, even if there are parts of it that aren't really realistic nor logical, we still hope that their story gets a good ending when it comes. But what if they and we aren't... When Mr. Mikhail sat in this chair, waiting for the Astral Express to arrive every day, what was he thinking? And if, at the end of his life, he could still then what is this regret we feel?
I think each and every one of us is searching for the answer to this very... The universe is vast, and our lives are but specks. The trailblaze never ends, but against the backdrop of the cosmos, the average person's life... But it is in this minuscule distance that paths cross, and countless worlds connect. The universe may not remember every person who leaves a tie along the silver. As long as we remember, their stories will never end. And what Mr. Mikhail has left for us is his answer to this very question. It may not be perfect, but it left a smile on this storied, jaded old Nameless's face at the end of it, and its meaning will be interpreted by those who come after.
It's not the answer that's important, but what we can learn from others' answers, right?
This is what trailblazing is.
Sure. I'm really sorry for bringing...
It's never a bad thing to reflect. One day we'll...
But before that, we still have a long way ahead of us together.
So the most important thing right now is to tell the conductor what we saw in Penacony. Then prepare ourselves for our next trailblazing destination.
I should get back to the Express. Or maybe I could say my final goodbye to Acheron.
Acheron.
Do you still remember when we first arrived in Penacony? The ocean of stars is vast, but the trailblazing expedition ahead is always full of unknowns, and my blade is sharp enough to sever fate. Come to think of it, simply put, I'm a self-annihilator who was cursed by the Nihility. My hometown was destroyed a long time ago, and the whole world was erased beneath their shadow. In order to fight against the cruel end of self-destruction, I went on a journey, in search of a way to sever the chains of the Nihility. After a long and grueling... In there lurks a secret called Device 9. One day, I'll reach it.
They used to call it IX. Did they change that after everyone talked about how why is he saying IX instead of 9?
In that, because of the Self-Annihilator's curse, my memories are stripped away, blurring my past. That's right. What matters more is not who I am, but what we have done together. We both still have our own paths to walk. So let's forge ahead. Hopefully, if...
To Daspuka. Where we going? Hello.
There. Chin up, Pom-Pom. Don't be sad. Don't cry.
Wow. Your method of consolation is truly unsophisticated.
Still better than just standing there like a scarecrow.
What happened?
Hey, you're finally back. We told Pom-Pom all about our adventure, and they suddenly started crying. I've never seen Pom-Pom so sad before.
The conductor never cries. Pom is just angry. Yeah, angry. No matter where the express stops, you lot always manage to cause chaos. My well-thought-out timetable completely ignored. If you carry on like this, the express is gonna run out of fuel. That's right. Pom is just angry. It's not because of Misha, Tiernan, Rosalina, and the rest.
It's okay. Oh, Pom-Pom, just let it all out. Everyone, could you all take a break in the next...
But...
Let's go, March.
Passenger cabin.
expected Pom Pom would be so distraught.
Those three nameless must have meant a lot to Pom Pom.
No one knows exactly when Pom Pom boarded the Express, but one can surmise that their journey has been filled with many hellos and goodbyes. Probably more than we can imagine. The fact that they're crying so hard is probably a good sign. It proves that Pom Pom's emotions haven't become dulled by the grind of time. They still deeply cherish every nameless who has boarded the Express and value every journey shared with them. Leave it to Himiko. When it comes to comforting, there's no one better on the Express. Well, they were a little emotional at the time, but I'm afraid that's not out of the question. Since you joined us, the Express has stayed longer than anticipated at every stop along the way. And to ensure that everyone always makes it back on board, Pom Pom has had no choice but to delay the warp jump schedule.
I see. No wonder I can regularly hear Pom Pom pacing anxiously up and down the corridor.
Turns out Pom Pom's been silently putting in a lot of work for us. Wow.
Different from typical vehicles, the Astral Express converts every trailblaze into the energy it needs to run. Ideally, as long as trailblazing expeditions continue without interruption, the Express will receive a constant flow of energy, much like a perpetual motion machine. But because of our previous encounters, fuel is being used up much faster than expected. We can probably only pull off 2 more warp jumps at most.
Only 2 more? Isn't that super risky? I don't want to become an ice cube floating around in space again.
There should be no door, Ice Cube.
When you put it like that, doesn't actually sound too bad. But I don't even want to become an adorable ice cube floating around in space again.
Which also means that we must prudently consider our next destination.
Yes, I've already checked the astral charts. The 2 nearest worlds to us are the oceanic planet of Lushaka and the agate world, Melustanen. As for which one we're headed to, that still requires a vote.
Or perhaps you might consider a suggestion.
Oh no.
Everyone?
Oh, okay, I thought it was Kafka.
It's you! Why were you just in my room?
It's a very cute room, Miss March. Just like you.
What are you doing here?
Memo Keeper, let's put aside how you managed to sneak past everyone and board the Express for now. You mentioned a suggestion.
I accidentally overheard how the Express obtains fuel. I just wanted to chat with everyone to see if we could work together. But now, it appears my suggestion could be the very lifeline that saves everyone.
Please speak candidly. Depending on what you say, we could very well ask you to disembark.
Ah, the Permanence's descendant. What a charming little dragon. Especially with those mired memories of yours. But I digress. If the Astral Express is in urgent need of a special trailblazing expedition to recharge its engine, have you all considered this? Perhaps your destination could be a world that even the renowned Akivili never reached. Should you be able to lay down a new stretch of silver rail, the Express may never have to worry about energy ever again.
Trailblazing to a world that even Akivili has never been to? Is that possible?
Continue, Memo Keeper. This destination of which you speak, what sort of world is it?
A world that many across the universe don't even know exists. A world hidden away from outside observation. Its presence only revealed by the light from the mirror of the Garden of Recollection. A world fettered by 3 paths, its destiny hanging in the balance. The eternal land, Amphorius.
I hope I'm not too late, child.
I wasn't expecting it to be you.
Don't you know how many sentry posts the family has built? And how hard it is to get you out of here?
Looks like my time's up.
What do you mean? What time?
Negotiation, interrogation, or death. My fate lies entirely in your hands, Lady Bonajade. The dance is done. Why bother with the compassionate pretense and give someone who's about to die the chance to talk?
Despite your fall from grace, you still look well. I'm very glad to see that you're so full of verve.
Do not insult my pride with half-veiled sarcasm. Have you specially come to see me just to sate your vile vanity?
Oh, of course not. I merely came to fulfill your younger sister's wishes. To offer you a generous trade. That is, if you're willing to accept.
Robin?
To build a true haven where everyone can attain peace. That's the oath between you siblings, isn't it? If I told you there was still a chance to realize this vow, would you be willing to talk to me then? I recognize the gravity of this question, which is why you don't have to answer me right now. Go now. You are free, O Chosen One, who dare to exceed his bounds, sever your wings, descend to the mortal realm, and walk their lands. See what this world is truly like.
I will not accept your charity.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a trade, and you don't have to give me an answer right now. Rewards are not reaped in a day, and if there's one thing I'm best at, it's waiting. The sweet dream still continues, and the night is still long. You have plenty of time to contemplate your answer. A word of advice for you before we part ways. A word of warning from someone who's been in your shoes before. Life is too short to miss out on golden opportunities.
Okay, and that's that. What? Oh god, so many. What's this? New town. Huh? Oh dear. Well, I guess that's the end of that. That was alright, I guess. I mean, bit of a jumpy one. It didn't really stay on one thing for a while. I mean, negotiation, then talk to people, then bomb, then emotional stuff, and long monologuing that for a moment it felt like they would have said, and that's how, and the true friends with that's our Honkai style rail. Like that whole thing. It really felt like that's where that could easily fit into that conversation with how that was written. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, wasn't horrible, wasn't bad, but I mean, Penacony's never really been bad, but it's just not been great exactly. Been a bit of an iffy sort of thing. Hey, Bubbles. Yeah. A bit too bouncy, a bit too start stop type of thing. Not to mention the fact that Argenti literally like had like 2 things where he came in and didn't even talk. Like, it seems as though they even planned to have him in the first like 2 acts? 3 acts. How many acts are we on? You're on 2, we're on 2.3. Last one was the last update the boss, or I can't really remember how many acts we had. They were sort of muddled together. Yeah, like he wasn't like, he just sort of showed up weirdly. So he just injected himself in there for no real reason. One of the most pointless points of the thing. Weird. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna end the stream here before I continue going on. I'm probably gonna make a video on this, honestly, given how bit of a nothing that was. I mean, we got a full-on cutscene with Lofu when we got the ending to that for that whole thing, and then with this one we just got still limits. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna end this stream here now. Goodbye!